My name is MUGGZIE and I will be narrating on behalf of FACT today, and today's subject is the pineal gland, also known as the third eye. So without further ado, I shall begin. The pineal gland is located deep in the middle of the brain in an area called the epithalamus, where the two halves of the brain meet. The pineal gland sits in the groove just above the thalamus, which is an area that coordinates a variety of functions related to our senses. The pineal gland contains large amounts of calcium. It can be detected in the middle of the brain by X-rays. The pineal gland is best known for secretion of the hormone melatonin, which is secreted to the blood and possibly into the cerebrospinal fluid, also known as CSF. Melatonin is a hormone that regulates the body's clock, or the circadian rhythm, and is commonly used in human research to understand the body's biological time and how it synchronizes daily rhythms. There is considerable research showing that without the pineal gland and its secretion of melatonin, animals are unable to adapt to seasonal changes, when in fact these explanations are completely scientific, which can be referred to as a pre-Descartes view. But what is Descartes' definition? In short, from Descartes' point of view, human beings are beings created by God, composed of two parts, body and soul, each which must be explained alone or separately. According to Descartes, the human body is nothing but machines that have earthly roots. The pineal gland plays an important role in Descartes' report because it performs a role in emotion, imagination, memory, and that it causes the body to move. Before Descartes first mentioned the pineal gland, he believed that the soul was connected to the whole body. He considered the complex patterns of the pineal gland, in which he states the soul flows through the pineal gland into the body. He even described the phenomenon of the nervous system as hollow tubes filled with the soul. The nervous system acts like small fibers or strings, which can be pulled from head to toe. These fibers and tubes connect the sensory organs to the inner walls of the brain through special small valves. When the sensory organs are stimulated, very small parts of them move. These small, stimulated movements begin to pull small fibers in the nerves that result in the valves opening. As a consequence of the valves opening, part of the soul comes out of the ventricles under the pressure of the brain, and this causes sensory perception such as tickling, pain, and so on. Descartes even believed that memories are recorded not only in the hemispheres of the brain but also in the pineal gland itself. The pineal gland was once a revered tool for mystics, but now it's largely dormant, and its divine purpose has been somewhat lost over time. This gland is an organ of global communication, and its importance has been expressed in every culture around the world. When we are discussing about the pineal gland, we associate it with the metaphysical or third eye chakra. The third eye chakra system is a system by which the soul moves in the physical body. The chakras can be thought of as wheels of energy and must remain balanced and open for the proper functioning of the human body. If there is a blockage in the chakra system and there is no rotation, it will cause illness, depression, etc. The chakras are the centers of energy, and the chakras are governed by organs, but not limited to specific locations. For example, the heart chakra is located in the center of the chest, while the heart is physically to the left. In the same way, the third eye chakra is located in the center of the forehead, near the pineal gland. The pineal gland is known as a third eye chakra, or Ajna chakra in the Hindu system. Biologically, we can see how the function of the pineal gland contributes to the metaphysical world. As I said at the beginning, melatonin is produced by the pineal gland and controls the circadian rhythms and also reproductive hormones. This causes it to become the main regulator of time, affecting not only sleep patterns but also sexual maturity. Melatonin secretions also affect stress levels and the ability to adapt to a changing world. Quite simply, our comfort and well-being directly influenced by the coordination of the pineal gland. Although the function of the pineal gland is still unknown to science, some researchers and scientists say that dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, is associated with the pineal gland. To find out what effects DMT are on humans, read my article on magic mushrooms and DMT, or watch my video on it. The reputation of the third eye goes far beyond physical characteristics. The third eye is a gateway to all mental affairs, telepathy, clairvoyance, lucid dreaming, and entry into the Akash. In mystical circles, it's mentioned as a window to touch God. It is said there has been efforts made to close this gate for centuries. They want to control these portals, and therefore have bred fear on Earth. Disabling the pineal gland is a unique tactic to ensure that no one can touch God. If one wants to reach out to God, one must use authorized gates. Just like internet filtering, the more limited the number of accesses, the more controllable they are. In the first stage, the importance of this gland is shown less, and finally it is eradicated. This is how they are disconnecting people from accessing source knowledge and are able to implement their own agenda. Some foods and fluoride are involved in blocking the pineal gland through calcification. They emphasize the importance of calcium in any diet. It certainly weakens the capabilities of the pineal gland. The pineal gland is called the pineal gland because it resembles a pine cone. Look at all the unusual pictures of pine cones from around the world. There are antiquities, murals, religious places, as well as other physical imagery that exists. Every major religion uses pinecone imagery. They use pinecone symbology to teach selected people of the importance of the pineal gland and its secrets. Ancient civilizations' use of lithographs show us the methods of working with the third eye chakra and its importance. The eye of Horus and the eye of Ra are examples of the pineal gland. In ancient Egypt, Shiva and other Hindu deities are often depicted with third eye on their foreheads, also represented by Hindus wearing a red spot on their foreheads, known as a bindi. This eye represents awakening or enlightenment, as the ability to see the higher world and consciousness. Many interpret this as the third eye and pineal gland. There are many images of Sumerian gods holding an object that resembles a pinecone. These gods are believed to be the Anunnaki or blue avians, and their reference to pinecone is to make us aware of the importance of the pineal gland. I see the pineal gland as a receptor and transmitter, and finally a divine dimensional matching machine. Like a transceiver, which is a sender and receiver of information, the ears have the function of hearing the material world, the nose the recipient of the sense of smell in the material world, the tongue is responsible for the sense of taste in the material world, and the eye is a perceiver of the sense of light in the material world. Our subcutaneous nerves receive the sense of touch in the material world, but the pineal gland is an input and output port for communications with other dimensions and Akash. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed learning all about the pineal gland. Thank you to Fact for putting that together, and I hope that his viewers get some use out of it, and I look forward to seeing the next one. As always, folks, if you need to catch up with more of Fact stuff, visit him on Twitter to find out more. That's at DiscoverTruth00. And if you want to know more about me on Twitter, you can search for me with at MUGGZIE4, or you can go to Gab, which I'm also on, just by typing in at MUGGZIE. You'll find me, the little great alien face. Anyway, be excellent to each other. Always, peace.